For years, we've been told that lifting heavy weights is the only way to build muscle. But is that really true? Can you build muscle without lifting super heavy? Or is there more to the story than just stacking plates? Today, we're diving into the science of muscle growth, busting the biggest myths, and revealing what really works for gaining strength and size. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced lifter, you'll discover what actually matters when it comes to building muscle efficiently and safely. Let's debunk the myths and uncover the real truth behind muscle growth. 1. The myth: heavy weights are the only way to build muscle. One of the biggest fitness misconceptions is that lifting heavy weights is the only way to build muscle. While heavy lifting can be effective, it's not the only factor that drives muscle growth. Research shows that muscle hypertrophy, growth, occurs when muscles experience enough tension and fatigue, regardless of whether the weight is heavy or moderate. Studies have found that training to failure with lighter weights can stimulate just as much muscle growth as heavy lifting. The key factor is progressive overload, gradually increasing resistance, reps, or intensity over time. Focusing only on heavy weights can lead to bad form, injuries, and overtraining, limiting long-term progress. Instead of fixating on maximum weight, a smarter approach involves a mix of different weights, rep ranges, and training techniques to ensure continuous muscle stimulation. Building muscle is about challenging your muscles consistently, not just lifting the heaviest weights possible. 2. The science behind muscle growth: tension, volume, and fatigue. Muscle growth isn't just about lifting heavier, it's about how you train. 3 main factors drive muscle hypertrophy: mechanical tension, training volume, and muscle fatigue. Mechanical tension refers to the resistance placed on muscles during movement. Training volume is the total amount of work done, sets, reps, and weight combined. Fatigue occurs when your muscles are pushed near their limit, triggering adaptation and growth. Studies show that muscles respond to stress and fatigue rather than just the weight itself. This means you can build muscle using moderate weights and high reps, as long as you train with intensity and reach muscle fatigue. Many bodybuilders focus on time under tension, slowing down reps to increase the strain on muscles. Instead of just lifting heavier, focusing on proper technique, rep control, and muscle activation is key to maximizing growth without unnecessary risk of injury. 3. High reps versus low reps, which builds more muscle. There's an ongoing debate. Should you lift heavy weights for fewer reps or use lighter weights with more reps? The truth is, both can be effective, depending on how you train. Low reps, 4, 6, with heavier weights primarily build strength by improving neuromuscular efficiency. However, research has shown that higher reps, 12, 15, with moderate weight, can produce just as much muscle growth if the muscles are pushed to failure. The key factor isn't the number of reps, it's whether the muscles are fully fatigued. Higher reps increase muscular endurance and time under tension, while heavier weights help with strength development. A well-rounded training plan includes both low-rep heavy lifting for strength and moderate rep training for hypertrophy. The best approach is to combine different rep ranges to maximize muscle growth while avoiding plateaus and reducing the risk of overtraining or injury. 4. Progressive overload: the real secret to muscle growth. Lifting heavier over time is important, but it's not just about increasing weight. Progressive overload means challenging your muscles in different ways, like adding reps, improving form, increasing sets, or reducing rest time. You can even increase time under tension by slowing down reps, using pauses, or doing controlled negatives. If you're always lifting the same weight with no challenge, your muscles won't grow. But if you're gradually increasing intensity, you'll keep progressing, even without maxing out on weight. 5. The role of recovery: why more isn't always better. Many people think more weight, more sets, and more workouts equal more muscle. But recovery is just as important as training. Your muscles don't grow in the gym. They grow during rest. If you don't allow enough time to recover, you risk overtraining, injury, and muscle breakdown instead of growth. Sleep, nutrition, and rest days are essential. Some bodybuilders lift 4, 5 times a week and grow more muscle than those who overtrain daily. Quality over quantity is key. 6. Strength versus size: why lifting heavy doesn't always mean more muscle. Lifting heavy weights improves strength because it increases neuromuscular efficiency, meaning your body learns to use muscles more effectively. But strength doesn't always equal size. Muscle hypertrophy, growth, is triggered by training volume and fatigue, not just maximum strength. That's why powerlifters focus on heavy, low-rep training, while bodybuilders use moderate reps and higher volume to maximize muscle growth. If your goal is size, training in the 6-12 rep range with good form, slow reps, and controlled movement will likely give better results than only lifting heavy. 7. Why form and mind-muscle connection matter more than weight. One major problem with always lifting heavy is that it can lead to bad form. If you're using momentum or ego lifting, your muscles aren't working properly, and you're at higher risk of injury. Studies show that focusing on controlled reps and squeezing the target muscle, mind-muscle connection, activates more muscle fibers, leading to better growth. Instead of just moving weight, focus on feeling the muscle working. This often leads to better gains than just lifting heavier. 8. Can bodyweight exercises build muscle? Absolutely. Many people think you must lift weights to grow muscle, but bodyweight training can be extremely effective. Exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, dips, and squats create muscle tension and fatigue just like weights do. Progressive overload can be achieved by adding reps, increasing difficulty, for example, weighted pull-ups, or slowing down movements. Many gymnasts build insane muscle mass using bodyweight training alone. The key is progressively challenging your muscles, no matter the equipment. 9. Common myths. Lifting light weights won't build muscle? A common myth is that lifting light weights only tones muscles, not builds them. In reality, if you train to failure, even light weights can cause muscle hypertrophy. Studies confirm that lighter weights, 15-30 reps, can be as effective as heavier weights, 6-12 reps, if sets are pushed to near failure. However, it takes more reps and effort with light weights to reach the same level of muscle stimulation. 10. The ideal training approach, finding what works for you. So what's the best way to build muscle? A combination of training styles. Use moderate to heavy weights, 6-12 reps, for strength and size. Mix in lighter weights, 15-20 reps, for endurance, and focus on progressive overload, proper form, and recovery. There's no single best way. The key is consistency and challenging your muscles over time. If you're lifting properly and progressing, you'll grow muscle, whether it's heavy weights or not. So, do you really need to lift heavy to build muscle? The answer is no! Muscle growth is about progressive overload, volume, and fatigue, not just the weight on the bar. Whether you lift heavy, moderate, or light, as long as you're pushing your muscles to adapt, you'll see results. The key is to train smart, focus on form and consistency, and listen to your body. Want to keep learning about fitness myths and science-backed training tips? Hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out. See you in the next video.